What happened to my birth mom?
My daughter's question hangs in the air like a stale wind. I've spent 10 years practicing the perfect response, and now that I'm on the spot, I hesitate. A complete ambush for me. The first words out of her mouth as I walk into the living room, fresh from work. How the hell to answer? I had always assumed my wife would be on the spot with me. Well, I say, your mother and I spent a couple years researching your birth parents' family tree. We considered you our flesh and blood, and still do. But there is a lot of medical questions that doctors ask us, because sometimes diseases and things like that are easier to spot if you know your parents had it too.
Dad, come on. I asked you what happened to my first mom, not...
Whoa, hey. I'm getting to that, okay? She pouts and huffs. I can tell that when she becomes a teenager, I'll be seeing that face a lot more often. I press on. Your birth parents, well, it's not easy to discuss. Your mom and I never felt comfortable sharing it because you're so young. But we agreed if you're old enough to want to know, then you should know. Your birth father was a cult leader. Do you know what that means?
Yes, but...
He had his own little town up in Oregon. He took in desperate, lonely people, and he lied to them. He promised them, oh, you know, enlightenment, immortality. But he offered them a sick kind of love and acceptance that kept them there. Your birth mother was one of his followers. She was absolutely convinced that her prophet and husband was like a demigod. She was very devoted to him. And he told her to do some very bad things. And she did them. I cannot imagine how to explain the details to a 10-year-old girl. So I cheat and decide to fill her in later. Maybe in high school. Anyway, she went to prison after the policemen broke up the cult. And she committed, and she died there. This would have been when you were a baby. But listen, Sarah. What is truly important is that you came to us. You came to a loving home. You've always been our daughter, and you are absolutely perfect the way you are. And we are always going to be your family, no matter what. Okay?
Okay, geez. I already knew all that.
Sarah flings her hair to one side impatiently. Wait, really? How?
She told me. Now for serious, what happened to her, Dad? She was just in here like a minute ago.
Cold, sharp nails scrape the back of my neck as the realization hits, and a scream bubbles up from my throat, because those nails are not a metaphor.